Hello YouTube! Heir of Carthage here, back with some Poland-Lithuania action. This is going to be a continuation of that campaign. Some of you may be wanting to see some Shogun 2. I will get it to you. I'm just trying to vary up the types of Total War that I do during these celebration videos. And to be honest, Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai is really fun, and I like the campaign. The multiplayer is actually really boring at this point. I'm just not a fan of the multiplayer, and oh, my Grenadiers got charged in melee over here while I was showing you some cool close-ups. It's just a Hussar, which means they're probably going to have gotten some kills on the charge, and my Grenadiers will massacre them in any kind of prolonged fight. I'm going to pull my Grenadiers back behind the safety of, well, never mind, the Hussars are still there. I've still got my artillery firing at these line units who are approaching. It looks like the Bavarians are rushing my flank on this side for some reason. They've got a 12-pounder foot artillery. I'm going to change my targeting to it. My Grenadiers really can hold up fine against these Hussars. Light cavalry is good on the charge, especially if it's downhill, but they're not going to be any good as far as a prolonged melee with a heavy defense unit like a Grenadier. In fact, we're going to run my Grenadiers up here and put some grenades down on these Bavarian line infantry. You can see across the line over here, my men are doing well. I'm going to move up my light dragoons onto this flank to hammer them. I've got my grenades in now, at least they will be shortly. They've got some Grenadiers in their army as well, so let's watch this Grenadier attack. Looks like we're going to pretty quickly shred that unit of line infantry and push them back. So we've pushed them back on this flank. Let's get these light dragoons onto fire at will. I didn't have them at fire at will while I was coming up because sometimes they'll shoot each other real bad while they're positioning. So it's not always a good idea to let that happen. I'm going to hit these Grenadiers real quick with my light dragoons. Those Grenadiers are beating the crap out of my line infantry for some reason. I haven't caused them a single casualty. Now, light dragoons are going to be good for a quick charge. Oh, it's because these line infantry are probably shooting at these Grenadiers over here. I need to get these guys up into position. Like I said, light dragoons are good for a quick charge. You don't want to leave them in a prolonged melee with units like this. You can see that I got a few kills forced to square. That's really going to be the biggest advantage that you get from them. You can see that I've pushed back the Bavarian attack in the center. I'm going to push my light dragoons back in and take some more shots. My guys do have... Oh crap, here comes a general's bodyguard. I'm going to actually pull out of that for a second, let my line infantry take some shots at this square. You can see I'm mowing down that Bavarian square. And no, I'm not talking about chocolate. Although I wish I did have some Bavarian chocolate, that would be pretty nice. In any case, my guys are going to keep fighting here. I'm going to put my light dragoons back on fire at will and hammer these Grenadiers once and for all. I think that I should be able to pretty much take them out of commission with a shot and charge. They are getting some fair kills there. Come on, shoot, clowns. How do you all like these new musket noises, by the way? So I'm using Diggy's musket noises, or musket sounds and artillery sounds. It's pretty sweet, along with the blood and smoke mod. So my light dragoons have taken their shots. Now is the time to charge with them. My line infantry is now winning this fight over here after having forced the square. This should put these Grenadiers out of commission. Again, though, not going to stick around for the fight. Best to keep your men moving. The charge through sometimes causes a morale waiver anyway. Probably won't on Grenadiers since they have such excellent morale. But it will on the line infantry unit that I hit from behind there, obviously. Yep, and it did get the Grenadiers in the end. So I'm going to call my light dragoons out of that fight and actually send my infantry after that bodyguard. Looks like there's a few Bavarian units here and there. Why did my artillery pieces take off running? Huh. Something happened that made... They must have... Oh, the enemy probably did a melee charge in the center, and a few of their guys probably got through to my artillery. Crap, my Grenadiers. Man, I'm always killing my Grenadiers. Why am I so good at that? Don't rout, Grenadiers. Yeah, I'm sitting there letting my Grenadiers get shot at by 2 units of line infantry. Not typically a good idea. I'll pull them back. I'm trying to get you all close-ups, and so I generally do a really poor job of focusing on what I'm doing. so I apologize for that, but yeah, I want to get you some good shots. So like I said, hope y'all are enjoying these mods. That's one of the reasons why I want to do this campaign too, to show you that Empire can really be souped up. And to be honest, this was probably my favorite Total War game ever. I was kind of thinking Shogun was it, but the more I go back and play this one, I'm pretty certain it's this one. Oh look, there's a unit of Austrian Panduras out here too. It must be the... Oh, I bet it was that Austrian reinforcing cav that got my, my artillery. Oh well, my artillery will survive just fine. Let's take my general and go charge down these Panduras over here. Looks like we've taken care of this flank. I think the Austrian artillery should be pretty well in retreat. I see some smoke in this area. Yeah, looks like we've cleared it out. And we just need to get these last few units routed. Those Panduras are firing their shots at my line infantry, I believe, so my general is going to get in there relatively unscathed. Pretty easily route these guys. General's bodyguard unit isn't like Rome Total War, where it's really good. It's actually not very good at all, but it's okay, like against a light unit of low numbers, kind of like what I just did right there. Looks like that's going to rout the Bavarian army. There are a couple of... or no, never mind. Yeah, that's going to rout the Bavarian army. That's pretty much all she wrote for this one. Yeah, those guys are in full rout too, so it should be... Oh wait, there's the foot artillery unit came back from routing. I'll have my dragoons make short work of them. Or actually, they're not routing. They're probably still over here on their cannons. Their cannons are hidden somewhere here in the woods. Or at least they were. Why is my artillery... Where is it shooting to? Oh, there they are. Oh, that's Grenadiers. Need to get my... Ah, whatever. We got it fixed now. Let's end the battle. Alright, here's the results of the battle. Let's put the kills up here. Looks like my line infantry did very well in several locations. I wonder how many my howitzers... Yeah, they don't really get all that many kills. But sometimes they can if you get quick lime and get them in a good position. So we've pushed the Bavarians back into their own territory. It looks like at this point the nation of Westphalia is going to declare war on us, and I will call my allies to help and go against them. Looks like Denmark refuses to join me. Not really a big deal. Check it out. Westphalia had that big army sitting right there, and it looks like they're going to try and backdoor me here, which I honestly can't possibly fight off this army. But I do have this huge army that I just brought back from Sweden. So I'm going to hit auto-resolve here. I'm going to let Westphalia have that fort, and then I'm going to go siege them out. So now they're asking me to give them Brandenburg. Like, they're good for some reason. Like, they barely took one of my crappy little cities, and I'm supposed to be afraid of you? I think not. Westphalia is one of those countries that starts off with, like, one province. And so they must be feeling kind of big now that they've... managed to take over one of my provinces, but I will quickly remind them that they are on the minor nations list for a reason. So I'm going to siege them out of here. Their army is actually really dog trash, but if I fight them in the fort, they'll get all those bonuses and stuff, so I am not going to give them that, that mercy. There is an army of Austrian rebels and Venetians within my borders. I need to finish rebuilding this army. I have got my winged hussars on the way to join up with this army here that just defeated the Bavarians. So I now have winged hussars available to my men, so I can now pull a heavy cav charge against their infantry. And I haven't seen too many of the enemy infantry units which are using bayonets, mainly due to the poor research, obviously, of the AI. I wonder if my ships are repaired. If they are, we're going to go get in a large naval fight. They are repaired. This giant Westphalian navy up here, it's actually within that dock, so I need to force it out of the dock. Where the heck did you go, and why did you do it? Wow. That was kind of weird. I think they've got this thing kind of blocked up because... Yeah, maybe I can get one of these guys. Yeah, that's right. They've got this little bridge thing blocked up. Oh darn, I can't quite reach it this turn. Anyway, I'll bring my navy out and basically blockade their escape. And that should make it to where we can pin down this Westphalian navy on the next turn and completely take it out. Let's go ahead and end this turn. I'm also going to build a dock down in the Mediterranean, because I can see that the Austrians and the Venetians have quite a bit of naval power that I'm going to need to knock out in order to keep them from raiding or landing armies back there. The Austrians have taken over Spain as well. I think Portugal is the only country left standing over there. And I'm kind of crushing, like I've got Austria surrounded. You can see there in Central Europe I've got them surrounded, or Eastern Europe, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure that I have them handled. It says opportunity to intercept. I'm not really concerned about that, so I'm going to ignore it. I need to train a few more troops down there in Athens, though, just to help protect that from the Venetians who are nearby. And it looks like the Westphalians are going to come out and attack me, which means they are certain to die, so I will see you on the campaign map. Okay, I've started duking it out with the armies of Westphalia, and I'm going to try and make sure my general stays safe here. I think they're making a run for him. I hate how your units will like just stay there and get charged on this game sometimes rather than running away. So hopefully my general doesn't get killed. The Westphalians are moving forward in a somewhat odd and disorganized fashion, but that's pretty much to be expected from the AI. They're of course focusing on like my cavalry only. I've got a lot of my units turned around here. They do have some infantry coming out the other side, but it won't take me long to dispatch this provincial cav. And I just got to keep my general's bodyguard safe. In fact, while my general's bodyguard's over here, I'm going to go knock out that artillery real quick. Let's see, I've got these guys that I can turn back around now too. Oh wow, man, they just hammered me with all kinds of freaking canister shot. I'm going to form up these light dragoons on the flank. Try and open up some shots there, turn these guys back around. Need to watch my positioning over here. So we shot that unit out. There we go. Should be good in reposition now. We've taken out the Westphalian artillery with my general's bodyguard. And it looks like they're probably going to try and shoot at him, so I'm going to try and pull him out of there. My light dragoons have the range over here, and they're going to beat up these line infantry pretty badly. Of course, my light dragoons always manage to shoot each other up too. You have to be pretty careful with that. Looks like my general's going to get out alive over there. Oh, alright, so that was pretty simple. Didn't expect that it would be bad anyway. Alright, let's check out the results from that fight. Looks like my line infantry is always doing a lot of killing. Those guys are just gaining more experience as time goes on and should just get better and better. So Westphalians were defeated. They're going to be stuck inside their little fortress, and again, I'm not really going to attack them. I don't have any artillery to help bust through the fort, so I'm just going to let them rot in there until it's time for me to take over. Now, I am getting a lot of my lands raided, and I will repair those as needed, but at the same time, I have the auto build on, so I don't necessarily have to worry about it. I can get zoomed and get my army selected here so I can replenish them. And we're going to force this Westphalian navy out of my port so that I can destroy it with my 4th rates. Now, they look to be superior in number, but of course, all of these are just like little trade. Whoa, these are all Indiamen. So this is going to be a shooting gallery for my 4th rates, which should have substantially better stats. They do. They have about twice the hull strength, or a little more than twice the hull strength, and way more firepower. So this will definitely be like a circus carnival type shoot it up thing. Should be pretty entertaining. Right, the first Indiamen just came within gun range and took a pretty devastating blast from my my 4th rate. They are in one gigantic line astern formation, and it is going to take me a long time to shoot all these guys up, but I don't doubt that my ships will be able to do it. My ships are pretty much infinitely more powerful than these Indiamen when it comes to firepower. Now, it's possible that just by sheer weight of numbers they could get me, but I'm feeling pretty confident in the ability of my ships to win this. That first volley I laid down, I got some pretty solid hits. It didn't break a whole lot of their guns or anything, because the Indiaman actually has a little more hull strength than the sloops and brigs that you saw me destroy from the Swedes. But these things aren't going to be super strong, really. They're going to take a few volleys from my my ships and then definitely falter. And then, of course, the hull strength on my boats is even stronger. See the Indiaman firing at some of my ships here. I really have no substantial damage at this point to any of my vessels. I'm going to start to do a slow turn back in this direction to keep the enemy ships within my range here. Man, just look at that gigantic line of Westphalian ships. Oh, wow. That was a pretty punishing volley right there. Comes another broadside. Rip into this ship. These Indiamen are definitely holding out a little better than I thought they would, but, I mean, it's only a matter of time. I mean, this one's already suffered some pretty substantial hull damage. Again, they have higher hull strength than some of the cheaper ships that you run into. I'm going to actually ungroup these ships. I'm going to take this one this way, and then I'm going to whip this one around, and we'll start to move up the line of these Indiamen. Let's knock this other group out, too. The longer my ships kind of stay in this broadside type situation, wow, that is just punishing. Look at that, both sides just getting hammered. So that ship just routed, just took an absolute flogging from two of my fourth rates. And I'm going to keep this ship positioned here to continuously help me lay down fire from two different directions, hopefully. And if I turn this way too, hopefully the guns on the opposite side of this fourth rate will go ahead and make this ship surrender. I'm going to kind of create like a little bottleneck up here at the end of this line of Westphalian ships. This one here is routing. Not sure what happened to it. This ship is now surrendered. So you can see my ship's now in a good position to lay down fire from multiple of my vessels at once onto the Westphalian trade ships, which is going to cause quicker routing. And all of their ships are just funneling right down into this. I'm not sure what happened to this ship. Something happened. It lost a bunch of its guns and stuff. I don't know if I got a volley on it or what. But it's pretty entertaining, to be honest. So I might actually just let my ships sit in this position for a while and just duke it out, because I really think that they're going to do quite well, especially since it gives me excellent arcs of fire here. I love these artillery noises, by the way, so thank you to all my subscribers who recommended the Diggies sound mods. They're very good. I really like it. I've heard several different sound mods for Empire Total War that I like a lot, but I'm definitely enjoying Diggy's mods here. I think he's done it. Oh, check it out. This Indiaman's over here sinking, which is likely going to be the fate of this one once it gets on the other side where my cannons can tear it up. I see several routes going on now on the part of the Westphalians. Yeah, check that out. That is so cool. I love the smoke and blood mod. The effects that it adds along with the cannon noises just make this a much more epic experience, in my opinion. Very, very nice. Empire Total War really is an epic game. That's why it's probably my all-time favorite. This ship is on fire now. Oh man, just absolutely trashing these guys. I love it. I love how their gigantic, huge navy is comprised of completely worthless ships, which is going to allow me to completely decimate them. It's just all the more entertainment for me. I am glad to oblige. I'm going to keep my little formation moving around here so that I can keep putting a lot of fire. The Westphalians are now starting to circle around a little. They do have a wind advantage coming from their position. I'm not sure that a wind advantage is really going to help them at this point, though. This ship just caught on fire as well. That is so sweet, man. I really enjoy the naval battles in this game. I'm going to go ahead and kind of circle my ships around, as I've been doing here. One of their ships came back from routing. it won't be back for long. We got 2 Westphalian ships on fire. That'd be pretty sweet if they, if the powder magazine caught and they exploded. I'm hoping for some explosions. Wow, this ship's just getting pummeled right here too. Check that out. It's in the arc of fire from almost all of my ships. Now it's on fire as well. They've got a large fire on the foredeck here. Check that out. Sweet. Oh man, I am loving this. I'm gonna start sailing these ships in. And I'm gonna pull this one back out and around. Check out this ship. It's sinking and on fire. Check it out. She is going down quick. Look at it list. Oh man, that's sweet. That one just got hammered with my cannon fire, and it's now listing, and it's going to go under. And I love the effects on the naval battle. It's just so much fun. I'm gonna pull these ships into position to continue firing here. That one's going to get the attack from a stern penalty there. Sure enough, routed them with very little hull damage. Is this ship sinking now too? Can't tell. No, I don't think it is. This is pretty darn funny. All the ships these the Westphalians had are going to do them no good just because of the poor quality. So in naval battles, numbers can really be overcome by the firepower and hull strength of other ships. So in Napoleon and Empire, when you're playing naval battles, now of course this is the AI choosing their ships, so I don't expect them to be smart at it. But whenever you're choosing yours in a multiplayer match, just keep in mind that, you know, it's the there's lots of different usefulness for different ships. You know, you might want a ship for speed, you might want a ship for its range, or you might want one simply for the hull and the firepower. And in my case, the amount of firepower in the hull on my ships is just, like I said, extremely superior to what the Westphalians are going to be fielding here. So even though they have multiple ships firing on mine that's singled out over here, they'll probably never really have the firepower to be able to finish it off. This ship is now sinking as well. Looks like it's listing rather quickly. I'm going to go ahead and circle around here and get this ship back in a better position. Hope you all don't mind this naval battle. I know maybe some of you think it's boring, but I think I just really enjoy these actually. What with all the smoke and the different effects they have and the cannon noises and everything, I think it just makes these really spectacular actually. And these are only 4th rates too. Keep in mind that if I took the time to build an even bigger dock, I could train 1st and 2nd rate ships, and this would be an even bigger slaughter. But this is pretty fun as it is. Now, like I said, the smaller ships have a longer cannon range, which is actually helpful in multiplayer because you can demast larger enemy ships, and once they're demasted, that has a continuing morale effect, of course, to lose the mast, and it can help you, single out ships and sink them easier because they can't maneuver without their sails. At least can't maneuver well, I should say. Man, I love those cannon noises. I don't know who this Diggy character is, but his sound mod is fantastic. So I am thoroughly enjoying the sound mod. So once again, thanks to those of you who pointed that out to me. I'm also thoroughly enjoying watching these Westphalians get hammered by my extremely superior ships. So I'm finding this rather entertaining. This is probably going to be the last part that I record for this video. But I will keep doing the Poland-Lithuania campaign since it's backed by popular demand. As far as other videos you can expect in the near future, it's taking me a while to get some more online footage because, to be honest, I get so much less practice at the game. Like, I got on Shogun 2 Total War the other day and just got the crap owned out of me in several battles just because I am so rusty. Not that I was ever, like, spectacular to begin with, but definitely rusty on the old skills there. So I am going to try and get you multiplayer footage, and I'm going to try and get you that footage from multiple games. So keep staying tuned. Even past my 20 video celebration, I'll be trying to bring you a good variety of footage. At least that's my goal. I'm kind of enjoying the variety. I hope you all are enjoying the variety too. So there will be Shogun footage. There should be Empire, Napoleon, and I'm also hoping to get some more Medieval 2 footage up for those of you who enjoy that. So I can't guarantee the rate at which I'll be able to crank out videos, but I will be trying to continue to bring you a nice assortment of videos. Hopefully at least a couple a week, maybe 3 a week. If time allows, I will give you more than that. But I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out, as I am really busy at work on some pretty time-critical stuff. So it takes a lot of my attention at the moment. So it's not that I don't want to be bringing you these videos. I most certainly do. But yeah, you all can kind of tell me what you want to see. I kind of have an idea, I think, what you want. Like I said, there'll be online footage, there'll be campaign footage. Someone asked if I finish this Poland campaign, could I do another campaign on Empire Total War. I had considered doing another campaign on Empire Napoleon, or doing a quick campaign on Medieval possibly. I understand you all really like the campaigns as well, which is kind of funny because when I get on YouTube, my favorite videos to watch are the multiplayer ones. But it really appears that, you know, obviously I have a lot of fans who find a lot of watching enjoyment with my campaign ones like this. And so if that's what you enjoy, then by all means I'll continue to try and bring it to you. Keep circling my ships around here and try and finish off these remaining Westphalian boats. Even after all the shots my ships have taken, I'm not even really sustaining any significant hull damage. So this is really going to be pretty simple. In an actual battle, this would be pretty poor strategy here for me to allow this this fourth rate to get all singled out like this. But again, the enemy ships are so weak that I'm highly unconcerned. Indiamen are, you know, pretty tough when it comes to hull strength, especially versus like early period ships like sloops and brigs. But they definitely falter in comparison with the ships of the line. There we go. So some of you may be wondering what I'm up to at work that's keeping me so busy. Well, this week was a shareholders meeting for my work, and our shareholders meeting is pretty large. And so in any case, at this particular shareholders meeting, we had about 17,000 people there, and we had people there from 27 countries. So that was pretty cool too. For those of you who don't know, I work for Walmart, actually, at their corporate office. I won't tell you exactly what it is I do. Some of you may know, but I work for them. So I was at the shareholders meeting. The shareholders meeting was actually hosted by Justin Timberlake. That was kind of cool. So Justin Timberlake was there. We had a bunch of cool musical guests. Like, I think if you're not American or into country music, you won't know it, but I think we had the Zac Brown Band, and then we had Celine Dion, for all of you. I think she's Canadian, if I remember right. So we had Celine Dion, and then we had Taylor Swift, which was definitely one of my favorites that was there today. I kind of like some good old country music every now and then. Not like Willie Nelson type country, but there's definitely some country music that I enjoy from time to time. But I listen to a pretty wide variety of music, not just one in particular. But yeah, so the shareholders meeting was pretty cool. Kind of got to get a handle on the state of the company and the state of the shares. And it's a huge meeting. The only problem is it starts at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and they've got like all these rock bands and stuff playing, and it's just crazy. I was sitting there this morning at 6:30 waiting for the meeting to start, and they have a rock band on stage playing, so I can't say I've ever been to a concert at 6:30 in the morning. Not my favorite thing, to be honest, but it was still a fun meeting, and I enjoyed it. You probably wonder how meetings can be fun, but they actually can be. When it comes to Walmart, at least, our meetings are usually pretty entertaining. We usually have a good time out of it. And I have another one tomorrow morning at 7 once again for a couple hours. So even on Saturday I'm going to be working. I don't typically work on Saturday, but this Saturday I will. And I'm also going to be out of town on Saturday night, so this video will probably be the only new one that comes up in that time. But I did put a video from Synoptic Cam. He was one of the Empire Total War players I was telling you about, that I really think you should watch his videos if you enjoy my Empire videos or even any of my Total War videos. Synoptic is very entertaining to watch. He is extremely good at Total War. Pretty much any Total War I've seen him play, he's very good at it, and his videos are not only good at showing you strategy, but they're also very entertaining. So anyway, check out his video that I have up in the featured. I may change that in a day or two as well. Enjoy these new videos, and I will be back with more just as soon as I can bring them to you. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.